Hello people, Sniper Girl here. Welcome to the very first Dirty Bomb half-year review. Basically what has happened on Dirty Bomb in the past 6 months, showing the updates that splash damage has done, whether it has progressed or regressed. This video is for you if you're a newer player to Dirty Bomb, or if you haven't played for a while and are unaware of certain changes and would like to know when these changes happen. First, I'm going to start off with the Merc rotation counter, basically how many times Mercs were on free rotation from January to June. Hunter and Phantom were free 0 times during this period, and this makes sense since Hunter is a recent release, and Phantom was free a week before the new year, and then the rework happened in March. Fragger was free 2 times, Amy, Javelin, Kira, Nader, Redeye, Rhino, Stoker, Thunder, and Vasily were free 3 times, Artie was free 4 times, Guardian, Proxy, Sawbones, and Sparks were free 5 times, Bushwhacker, before he went free June 5th, Phoenix, Turtle were free 6 times. Finally, Fletcher was the Merc that was in the rotation the most, at 7 times. Now for this next section, I'm going to break down month by month the events and major updates that occurred for every month. So let's get into it, starting off with January. The first thing that happened after the whole Nuclear Winter event, which had trinkets, special edition weapons, and loadouts, and a unique community event in December. If you didn't know, the old credit boosters before they changed it to this current one only ticked down while playing in-game, not in real time. This event was 50% bonus rank points, where a win would rack you 75 points instead of 50, 45 for a draw instead of 30, and 15 for a loss instead of 10. And if you used the ranked booster, it would be doubled points, 100, 60, and 20, because ranked boosters increased ranked points by another 50% and ticked down in real time after being activated. So for you new people out there who just started playing, yes, Dirty Bomb had a ranked mode. It was 5v5 stopwatch mode, 30 minutes maximum for a full match with friendly fire on. It provided us with special edition ranked loadout cards and ranked obsidians that had 2 versions for the same Merc. One that was for credits or equivalent to $10 US, and then one that you could only purchase with 2,000 ranked points, which you earn from playing a ranked mode or from the points that you were awarded after the ranked period ended, based on the highest rank you ended up with. The next thing that happened was on January 23rd when the Lead and Iron update happened, where Dirty Bomb changed a lot. They removed the old default loadout cards with no augments and the Lead and Iron loadout cards, because these cards did not have 3 augments like Bronze to Cobalt cards to be seen as non-pay-to-win, because now all new players have access to augments through default cards that now have 3 augments. What they also did was take out the old equipment cases that offered the Lead to Cobalt rarity and cost 1,000 credits, and released the loadout case, which only allows you to get Bronze to Gold rarity and costs 5,000 credits. And then they removed elite cases in the process, which was Silver to Cobalt rarity, and actually upgraded them to Prime cases, which is Gold to Cobalt. During this time, they added fragment cases, where you can get between 20, 50, and 165 fragments for loadout card crafting purposes. How you get these cases is just from playing. These are the new equipment cases drops because they are so common. This update was also the release of new Steam DLC, the Squad Pack, the All Merc Pack that included all current and all future Mercs for 2018, and Obsidian Operatives Pack, which is the All Merc Pack with 5 additional Obsidian loadout cards. The Amy Obsidian Operative was released during this time. To end the month, there was a one-time login event for 7 days where it gave everyone a weapon key, 6 hours credit boosters, and a double case drop week event. Next up, we have the month of February. It started off with an announcement for a ranked Season 4 update to get people to play it more, and what they were planning on doing, which was to remove the old terminal from the rotation because they were working on terminal redux. Also that they were releasing reworked Phantom at the time, so the plan was to take him out of ranked mode and add Javelin to ranked, because how ranked seasons worked was that the newest Mercs would not be added into the ranked season until the next one. Ranked Season 3 did not have Turtle, and ranked Season 4 introduced Turtle to it. They also added new ranked weapon skins for 1,000 rank points, and there would be Obsidian Nader just like there was Obsidian Fragger, and previously for Season 3 there was Obsidian Aura. Please note, these rank changes that they announced for Rank Season 4 didn't go through until February 27th, which was the date of the Hunter update. If you're interested, I ranted about the Lead and Iron update and the Rank Season 4 update in a video. Link will be in the description. Next, during the week of February 13th to the 20th, there was a crafting week. You gain more fragments for recycling, and crafting cards cost less fragments. Crafting week is good for when you want to craft loadout cards for yourself, when you want to try something new, like trying out new weapons, testing out augments, and basically finding the card that fits your playstyle, or just re-rolling cobalt cards because fragments are a 1-to-1 ratio for recycling and crafting during this time. Crafting Week also came with sales on crafting kits, which was the alternative credit spending at the time. Crafting a silver cost 1 crafting kit, gold cost 5 crafting kits, and cobalt's cost 10 crafting kits. The last thing that came up for February was a login event during the 23rd to 26th. If you logged in every day, you would have gotten 4 1-hour credit boosters, 2,500 fragments, 7-day ranked booster, a loadout case, and a weapon case key. Next up, we have March, and the major update of this month was actually the Hunter update that took place February 27th. This is the update where Hunter was released, the Phantom rework released, Terminal Redux released, the Ranked Season 4 weapon skins, and the UI upgrade, which is what it currently is, which is the Armory, where they introduced the search function and improved the filters for your inventory. Let's start off with Hunter. So he was originally going to be released in 2017 as part of Splash Damage's big announcement during Gamescom that a new rework would come out every 6 to 7 weeks for the rest of 2017, with a new primary and secondary. That is when they realized they made a mistake by releasing Javelin and Guardian too fast, so they wanted to take their time with Hunter, so he wasn't released till now, when he was originally announced November 2017 that he would release in January 2018. Next up, we have the Phantom rework, which basically made him overpowered. He could not be spotted while cloaked and was completely invisible, unless you turned down the render scale setting and played the game on low graphics, especially by using the command texture pool size 1, and it also gave him 10 extra HP, because the cloak itself no longer acts as armor. They also finally separated the EMP and the cloak. Now you can manually set off the EMP or have it go off automatically after you decloak. To counteract Phantom and the issues this rework caused, Splash Damage removed the console command texture pool size, which means no more potato configs for low-end PCs or for player advantage. But here's the thing that they currently did not fix, which is all you have to do is turn high quality materials off, and you can see white speck of Phantom while he is cloaked. Last thing for the Hunter update was the Terminal Redux release, where they changed the whole first objective and you do not destroy the wall anymore. You destroy the control panel. And the old terminal had a forward spawn mechanic and it was the only map with one. They also filled in a little corner on the second objective. Next, we had the announcement of Triple Ranked Points Fortnite event from March 14th to 28th, which basically meant the last 2 weeks of Ranked, because they finally decided to end Ranked Season 4. This was when they added Castle into Ranked, and Ranked Weapon Case C and D for the other weapon skins. To end off March, there was another login event, from the 30th to April 2nd. It was very similar to the one in February, but instead of 70 ranked boosters, you got 1 crafting kit, 2,500 fragments, a loadout case, a weapon case key, and 4 1-hour credit boosters again for this event. Now for April, there was a Gen 1 crafting week from the 4th to 11th. If you don't know already, you can buy bronze versions of Gen 1 loadout cards, and crafting week is how you can get silver, gold, or cobalt rarity for these Gen 1 loadouts. A week after crafting week had ended, the Melee Mayhem update and event was released on April 18th. This update had provided melee weapon skins for all the melees in the game from bronze to cobalt. The bronzes were free to buy and they changed twice a week on Mondays and Thursdays for 6 weeks. A full rotation took 2 weeks, which meant that all the melee weapon skins showed up at least 3 times. This was considered the event for the month. Next, we had the introduction of a new currency, which are rads. So it is used for everything. It's premium currency that you can gain from advancement crates, purchasing through Steam, and from playing daily. You can earn 120 rads per week from just playing a match every day. If you've recently returned to the game and noticed that you had some rads, here's where it could be from. If you had crafting and weapon kits, they were converted into rads. 1 crafting kit gave you 250 rads, and 1 weapon kit gave you 400 rads. The weapon kits were worth more because you could only obtain them from the level up crate, the advancement crate, aka the arsenal crate. Yeah, they changed the name too much. Next, we have the underground tweaks that they made. This isn't a complete redux, it's just they added and changed a few things around the map in this update. The common complaints were not enough air support opportunities. To combat this, what they did was open up the roofs and move the glass from the first objective and the middle area between objective 1 and 2. The next complaint was invisible walls. Basically, the invisible wall near defender spawn for first objective. They put up a construction site and this blocks some nade points too. Next complaint was too easy for defenders to spawn camp objective 1 via balcony, so they added containers on the roof, adjusted the balcony, and moved the elevator, and added the yellow tubes to the right, and made it so it's more difficult to long jump to the balcony from the roof, but still possible. The next complaint was the roof of objective 1 offers too much cover for defenders, so they added the tube to the left side of attacker spawn to make it hard to be able to spot enemies and block area of denial spawn camps. Next, we have spawn transitions weren't explained well. So after destroying the first objective, the forward spawn moves up after 60 seconds of when the C4 has exploded. It wasn't explained very well, so now you'll know when the spawns move up by the arrows indicating and turning green that it has now been activated for attackers to spawn in the middle area and defenders to spawn in the back. The next complaint was the secondary gas route gives little advantage, so they added a little cover to the left and the container on the right was widened. Please note, something important you should know is that if you're trying to access the console, you can't unless you enable it in the options and then go to the languages tab. They also added consecutive match bonus for credits that cap at 30% if you play in server browser. It goes up 10% per objective match and goes straight to 30% after completing a stopwatch match. Aim punch was also reduced massively, so basically view kick was tweaked. Also, the game is now in 64-bit clients. Now we have the month of May, and this was when Splash Damage made a terrible mistake. They had decided to remove casual matchmaking and ranked mode, so you could no longer party with your friends to always be on the same team. They decided the game should shift back to quick join and server browser. If you want to hear about my rant about the casual matchmaking and ranked removal announcement, be sure to check out this video of mine. Link is in the description. Anyways, casual matchmaking and ranked was removed because of low player base, long queue times, and unbalanced matches. For compensation of ranked removal, ranked boosters and ranked points were converted into rads. One ranked point was 8 rads, which meant 1,000 ranked points is 8,000 rads. 7-day ranked boosters turned into 750 rads. 14-day ranked boosters turned into 1250 rads, 30-day ranked boosters turned into 2000 rads, and 90-day ranked boosters turned into 4000 rads. The beta testing feature of DirectX 11 was also enabled and released if you wish to try it out. Now we're in the final month of this 6-month review, and the major update of June was the Merc Serve update. This one is the big one that changed the basis of the game. There was the introduction of a new tutorial and YouTube tutorial videos made by Splash Damage. These videos are humorous and at the same time get the point across. The new in-game tutorial covers EV destroying, repairing, and escorting, and also added more lore into the game by introducing Mia. If you want a more in-depth covering of tutorial videos, I would suggest checking out Shinywindow's videos about the new tutorial, and the links are in the description. Splash Damage's tutorial videos can also be found in-game, and it covers the basics such as attacking, ammo, combat, defense, and life and death, so medics. Next up, we have missions that were changed to contracts. So how contracts work is every 24 hours you get 1 reroll token and it caps out at 5. If you have no reroll tokens, you can use 60 rads to refresh the contracts. So the game goes from every 3 hours to play to any time you want if you want to do your missions. It is useful for when you want to play for hours, so you can try to maximize your missions and at the same time use it with a credit booster, which is now 50% and ticks down in real time, in addition to the consecutive match bonus for credits that caps at 30%. Like I mentioned, the credit boosters were changed. If you had active credit boosters that used to tick down during in-game, it was converted to about 83 credits per 5 minutes remaining. They are no longer hours, but by days, just like how the ranked boosters worked, which were real-time. The base credit earn rate without a booster is now 19 credits per minute instead of 12. If you had boosters in your inventory before, they were converted during this time. When consecutive match bonus reaches 30%, you earn 24 credits per minute and 34 with a booster. Next up, we have the level up system that has changed. Account levels are now hidden in-game, but you can still see people's level from the death screen beside their loadout cards. So level up now is supposed to take average 3 hours instead of 12. As you level up, the experience you need increases. So the higher level you are, you're going to need a little more experience to get to the next one. The old level up experience was flat 400,000 after level 7. This is why your level has changed and you notice you are higher level than before if you took a break from the game, because they took your experience points and converted them to this current system. They also changed the rewards in the advancement crate since you get them faster now. For example, the highest rads you can get is 400 instead of 1200. The good news is that now Bushwhacker is free for everyone, so everyone now has access to an engineer, ammo support, and medic. If you owned Bushwhacker, you got the C72 Obsidian Out for Blood loadout card. If you recently returned to the game and owned Bushwhacker before this update and you don't have the loadout card, you could submit a support ticket. The Merc Serve update also came out with new weapon skins, the Aquila and Alice cases. At the same time, melee weapon skins were introduced in these cases and added into the 3 old cases, the KMA, Corsac, and Royal Blood. The melee skins are Cobalt rarity and only come in pristine. The event for June was the football event, and it was based on the World Cup held in Russia. So Splash Damage created 3 trinkets. The football and trophy were available for credits, and the ball bag cost rads. At the same time, there were flag trinkets for every country participating in the World Cup. And on the days the teams played, their trinket was discounted to 4,500 credits or 210 rads instead of 15,000 credits. None of these trinkets from the event have an obituary flare icon. Finally, community servers released June 26th and the pre-order was announced at the beginning of the month. Unfortunately, they do not have execution mode at the moment and they are limited to objective and stopwatch mode. Here's a little bonus. Steam trading was announced originally May 22nd and it's still not here. That is all for the 6-month review and I hope you liked it. See you in the next one if Dirty Bomb is still here, and if you want to see more of my stuff, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.